for dolphins.
Sorry, for
Get it, beat, get it. Yikes, gotta get up. Whew. That was good.
Late drop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, rail grab, sick.
Totally.
Yeah.
This whole day was all late drops.
When was this?
Don't remember the exact date, but I remember the session. I remember it being very gray.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Nice. Oh wait, I remember this. I think I saw from the other angle. Do you have the other angle now?
I do not.
No, that was the one you showed. I think it was last night or the other night.
That one, that day, I was wearing the Milo. Hey everybody, by the way.
Hey guys.
Blind Surfer
Sorry,
Show.
we're just getting into the surfing.
I was wearing the Milo for about a month. The one I showed the other day, I was out with Josh, and this one I was out with you. And I remember it because at the very beginning of that clip, Banana goes, "There's Pete, and there's a dolphin." So I was wearing the Milo, but the volume was low, and she was desperately trying to be like, "You guys are surfing with dolphins."
Oh yeah, she's trying to communicate.
Yeah,
that to you.
and I never heard her, but we had a good day out there surfing with the dolphin. I had a weird day. Basically, every wave that hit me was like crashing on my head, and I'd have to stand up through the break. But that's pretty usual.
I saw. Maybe it was last night or the night before. You showed one where it was like a really sunny day, really like blue water.
Yeah.
And you made this insane late drop, and I was like, that was a classic Pete drop right there. Like oververt, freaking just the wave was already breaking, and you just made it.
That's my move. That's why when we had the 2 million subscriber party, Maggie made Banana made the signature drink, the late drop.
Oh yeah, that is your drink for sure.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. You know what this is.
You know what it is, baby.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
I am here with Brooks. Banana is back, but she might not be joining because she just got off of a plane, fresh off of her trip to Sedona, Arizona. There's spiritual healing, beautiful hiking, and all sorts of hippy-dippy stuff going on over there. I did not take part. I just kind of sat here and talked to you guys for like 5 days straight. This is my 5th day in a row. I've never done that.
You've been going hard. Dude.
Yeah, I've never done 5 days in a row before. I mean, it was Saturday went great, Sunday went great, Monday went great, Tuesday the algorithm got tired of me and didn't show to anybody, unfortunately. So hope we do a little bit better. If you're on one of the vertical feeds and you want to see like a vertical feed now, we just set it up. Brooks just set it up. I'm up top. You're on the bottom, apparently.
Yep.
All right.
That I am.
If you want to see us in our full vertical glory, you can follow on Twitch. That's at Pete Gustin. Notifications over there are fantastic. If you want to get in touch with me immediately, you can do a regular chat, and I'll either pot it up or Brooks will read it. But if you definitely want to get heard, do a $3 or more super chat on YouTube, 200 bits on Twitch, and it'll get read automatically out loud. That's for as long as we are on tonight. We got some Check Pete's voicemail coming up. We will replay that surfing adventure because people say I'm the blind surfer and I didn't do a lot of surfing videos, which is true. Because basically every time I play a straight up surfing video, the algorithms decide to bury it. Surfing, surprisingly, isn't the most popular sport in the world. Who would have guessed? Because only people in the coasts can do it. Well, that's not true. Ben Gravy, didn't he like surfed in every state of the union?
Yeah, he's surfed in every state. Yeah,
found somewhere to surf in every state. So anybody out there, if you want to surf, there's at least one spot in your state where you can surf. I guess I've only ever surfed in California. How many states have you surfed in, Brooks?
Let's see, North Carolina, Florida, South Carolina. I haven't been to Virginia. I actually never did any of the Northeast.
Thanks for the follow.
California. So technically 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
Not that many actually, but California's a big state, so I've surfed all up and down California and all up and down North Carolina.
Cool.
But you know what? Those are the only states worth surfing in America. Actually,
Basically.
sorry for the New Yorkers. I'm sorry for the Oregoners, but it's true.
Yeah. I learned, people are always asking me, let me see, is the chat going on?
Maze Puzzle
there we go.
Terminate. Slim Chickens is good.
Slim Chickens?
Just had
Slim
them the other
Chickens.
day.
Is that a food place? Slim Chickens?
I have no idea.
He said
but
just
it
had 'em the other
sounds
day.
good. It sounds like it'd be a good place.
I
Toilet eating freak said, brother said, let me see.
no
Wow,
way.
Danny had a crazy day. He went to Top Golf,
Yeah.
Slim Chickens, and Crumble.
Top Golf. You know, one of the women that Banana's been hanging out with is like one of the executives of Top Golf.
Oh,
That's what she
yeah,
does.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
we also hang out with Nisha, who's a Crumble cookie competitor.
is that's true. That's true. They can duke it out. You know, people are always asking me questions about. By the way, what was that person's? There was a username that I just heard right before you said that it was like Toilet Master. It made me it was some toilet something. Maybe,
I don't see that.
oh, how many do you need? Do you need my phone to see all the chats, or are you?
I can see landscape and vertical. Let me go into Twitch.
Go into Twitch, check it out. Yeah, so we're available on YouTube, horizontal and vertical. We're on Twitch tonight. We're on TikTok, so long as they don't suspend me again. And we are on Twitch. I think I might have said that one twice, but it's an awesome format. So head on over to Twitch if you want to follow us over there. The person's name was like Toilet something. You know, people are always asking me, like, how do I know when I'm done wiping?
Oh yeah.
I found out today that I wipe like a Neanderthal. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Actually, it was yesterday. I was on the phone with my friend. He called me up. I'd just gotten some groceries delivered. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, putting some toilet paper on the roll. And he's like, "You use toilet paper?" I'm like, "What do you use? What do you use, Brooks?"
Dude wipes. He uses dude wipes. No, I don't
Yeah.
use dude wipes.
Okay.
I use toilet paper. I'm not one of those guys.
He totally uses dude, and he told me like everybody uses dude wipes these days.
I don't know, man. Like I had a roommate this was way back in 2007.
Yeah.
He was on that.
2007. They had those back then.
Well, no, it wasn't. Dude wipes didn't exist, right? But
Yeah.
he was like one of these guys who was using baby wipes
Okay.
back in the day. He was like, "Hey, man," he was from Morehead City, North Carolina.
Yeah.
He was like, "Dude, you got to get off toilet paper, dude." He's like, "You got to get on baby wipes, man.
Okay.
It'll just that thing slides across your
What?
butthole like
All
nothing you'd ever felt, man."
So anybody in the chat wants to weigh in, Brooks, you can let me know if people are using dude wipes, baby wipes, or
Is anyone
toilet
using
paper.
is baby wipes?
My neighbor, he got all into it. This was actually, it was like right before 2020 went to hell in a handbasket. He came over and he's like, "You got to try these," and he handed me a thing of dude wipes. Now, I don't think I was using them properly because I tried to use just the one ply and it went right through. Basically, I just ended up rubbing my finger on my parts. So I think I was supposed to double it up, I guess.
Probably.
But then also, once you're done, your butt's just all wet. So I feel
True.
I didn't know, was I supposed to get up knowing that my butt was wet but clean, or was I also supposed to pair it with using toilet paper?
That's a great question.
I need to know, if someone uses those things, do you walk away with a wet, clean butt, or you have to use toilet paper as well?
Someone in the chat answer that.
I
We
didn't.
need an exact answer.
Yeah, I didn't know how to use the
It's
damn things.
Porta-Johns.
Porta-Johns. Those you avoid
Ray
those
said, "I
at
have
all
optic
costs.
nerve hypoplasia, and you are very inspiring."
That's good to hear. As I'm sitting here
Out of
talking about,
context
yeah,
chat.
yeah. As I'm sitting here trying to talk about wiping my butt, you're inspiring. Thank you. I think he means in general, so I appreciate that.
Watch today's short. You'll find out what he thinks of them.
That's true. People were asking the timing of the questions. People were
At
asking about
Terminate One
the
said
meta
it's okay
glasses.
at Shane Johnson. E1, you're only human.
Yeah, you're only human, Shane Johnson.
Hey guys,
Yo,
like the stream.
yeah, that helps.
Like the stream.
Why is it? Why you
Leave
call
a
that?
comment.
Yeah, I mean that is important. If you share the stream,
Share, comment.
if you
like,
share it, then it
engage.
really gets out there. Don't tell me the vertical's like on a slow burn again tonight. Yeah. Hopefully it picks up.
Yeah.
Do some sharing, guy. I do. I think the algorithm's like 5 days in a row. People are sick of your ass, man. But then, yeah, he told me, he's like, no one uses toilet paper anymore. He's like, they either use the dude wipes or because they've made these home install bidets.
Oh,
So
yeah, that too.
yeah, like those things you can get. Someone. Thank you. There you go. Over on Twitch. Appreciate the follow at Pete Gustin.
Yes.
Someone sent me. It was like a $23 attachment to your toilet, and then you can have a $23 bidet on your regular old toilet. And
Have you used one of those?
Someone sent me the portable one.
You try it?
I didn't try it for what it was supposed to be used for because again,
What? What were you using it for? Brush your teeth?
basically,
You're just holding it in front of your face and having it spray you?
I brought it to surfing with Nisha. When I was done surfing, it was like a mini rinse kit. I just kind of like washed my face.
Okay, like a portable bidet. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was literally a portable bidet. It had a very strong flow to it. So I got out of the water and I just kind of washed all the salt water out of my
hilarious,
face.
Dude.
But again, because I don't know how to use it. Like once you're done, once your butt's dripping wet but allegedly clean, do you dry it? Are you supposed to dry? I would assume
Great
so.
question.
It didn't come with appropriate directions. I don't know. I would assume so, but then you're just turning the whole thing into a massive procedure. You're wetting your butt, you're spraying it, you're wiping it down, you're drying it. I mean, at that point, just take a damn shower.
I agree. I mean, dude, I just think it's like a little weird to just get wet every time you're going to the bathroom. I just think that's weird. I don't know, man. I mean, I know it's like a new way of life. Same thing with bidets. It's like people are like, well, you don't know until you try it, and it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, dude. That seems like a big life transition.
It's just a big commitment to pooping.
It really is.
I mean, I don't need it to be.
I've been pooping the same for a long time since I got out of diapers. You're telling me I gotta
change it
adopt
up
a new way?
Yeah, I don't need to do that.
It's crazy. I'm an adult, dude. I'm not even trying to do that.
I had a friend back in the Boston area. I worked with him. We worked at the same radio station. I don't want to call him out too specifically, but he told me he couldn't go to the bathroom unless he took off all of his clothes.
That's so weird.
He said he had to take off all of his clothes. He felt uncomfortable if he had his pants around his ankles or if he had a shirt on. So every time he had to go, he left work, and he lived like 15 minutes away.
What the heck?
Yeah, because he didn't want to get buck naked in the office bathroom. So he would go home and get completely naked. One time we had food delivered by a Chinese restaurant. What the hell was the name of it? Kowloon. And it was not. Here I am calling them out. It didn't sit well with anybody, and so all the bathrooms were like flooded, and he had to go in. And I was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "Did you go naked?" He's like, "Yeah, obviously." He's like, "I can't." So the dude was like literally like stomach cramping, had to go, couldn't make it all the way home, and still had to take off all his clothes to go to the bathroom in the work toilet.
Crazy, dude.
What about the guys? I remember when I could see. I used to see this all the time. The guys that go to the urinal and do this. They lean one arm on the urinal.
That's weird.
Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I used to see that all the time. And I asked someone once, they're like, I like feeling the cold tile on my hand when I go.
Well, here's a question that has to do with this. Standing up to wipe.
That doesn't make sense. Then your butt cheeks you get tighter.
I know, but like, there's people that do that. There's people that do that. And admittedly, I did that for a long time.
When I go to see, I look at you and give you a funny look, so the vertical people see me look at you. Or sorry, the horizontal people see me look at you. When I try to give you a funny look for the horizontal people, should I go like this? Does it look like I'm looking at you in the vertical?
That's hilarious. Yeah. You should point down.
Hey, down
I
there.
should be looking up.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Pete? Yeah. That's pretty good.
That's for our vertical audience there.
Yeah.
Standing up doesn't make any sense.
Standing up to wipe. There's some people that do that, and it's looked down upon. And just I don't do it anymore, but I did.
You were a stander-upper?
For a good period of my life, until I was like a teenager, maybe.
Okay.
These are things that I shouldn't admit, but I do. So, everyone knows that about me now.
I got one that I shouldn't admit. I don't know what grade I was in. I was a little kid, maybe kindergarten, maybe first grade. I don't know. I should have known better. I got confused and I wiped my butt, and instead of throwing it in the toilet, I threw it in the trash can next to the toilet. And my poor mom went into the bathroom later in the day, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I got confused."
Brutal. I mean, people do that. Apparently, in other countries, that's like the normal thing.
Throwing it in the
where the plumbing's not great. You just throw your little soiled paper in the trash can, and someone's got to take that out at the end of the day.
But I would assume it wouldn't be like a regular trash can. It'd be like a diaper genie that would keep the smell in there, right?
Diaper genie.
I only know about that.
I've never heard that combination of words in my life.
It's a thing. I only know this because Banana is a nanny, and apparently little kids, anybody that has a kid, maybe anybody in the chat that has ever had a child, I guess you bring a diaper genie with you, and you take the full diaper off your kid, with the big dump in it.
Yeah.
And you put it in the diaper genie, and I guess it seals it up so you're not like driving around with a dirty diaper all day.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know if
I
banana.
thought you just made that up.
No, it's a
That's like
thing.
Cool. Okay.
The diaper genie.
The diaper genie.
The other thing that I've learned from Banana being a nanny, she's had some little kids that travel around. They travel around with little portable plastic. Thank you for the follow on YouTube. Little portable plastic toilets. You ever seen these?
No.
They're like little. They look like they're like dollhouse toilet, but the size of a kid. And if parents don't want to, if the kid really has to go and you don't want to bring him in a Walmart or you're not near, you just like pull off to the side of the road, set it on the ground. The kid goes in this little plastic toilet, and then I guess there's some compartment at the bottom that slides closed, and then you clean it out when you get home. I mean, when I was a kid, they just pulled over and said go. I didn't sit in a plastic toilet.
Yeah, these kids need to learn to go in the bushes. They need to learn to wipe with some leaves.
Go in the
and
bushes.
Standing up. Mad Honker on Twitch says that's very normal, even in places like New Mexico and Nevada.
What? Throwing it in the trash?
Yeah, I assume that's what he means. But...
Mad Honker is LT.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he pulls out his Mad Honker, I wonder if that's what got me banned.
Oh, Danny says he does that.
He throws it in the trash?
Yeah.
Does he have a diaper genie?
The plumbing ain't great. See, this is actually normal. This is normal practice.
All right. I guess anybody that has like a septic system.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way about a septic system a long. I had a girlfriend that threw all of her products into the septic system and ruined the entire system.
Dude, that happened to me too.
Did it really?
With one that you know about, a girl that you know about.
Yeah.
Certain someone that had a tantrum over here. She threw one in there and it stopped up the entire. And my plumbing at my house is really bad. It's like super old.
Oh no!
And so it stopped up the entire main line to the house. All the toilets and the showers freaking were backed up, overflowed.
Oh
wastewater.
no!
It totally. I had a meltdown. It was really bad.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was not good. So
I love how I'm not doing myself any favors whatsoever. I'm always like, people asking me stupid questions about going to the bathroom. Now we spent the first 5 minutes doing bathroom talk.
I mean, this is important stuff.
But
to discuss, I think.
Has it brought up the numbers on the vertical? Is the algorithm excited about bathroom talk?
Actually, we lost 2.
Oh
so
no!
We're at 7. I don't think that's real though, because the chat's kind of moving.
Did you say 7?
Yeah, we're at 7.
That can't be right on
I don't think that's
on YouTube vertical.
I
think they're like, dude, you post too much. I'm 7 days a week. Plus, I'm doing like a live every week. Maybe YouTube is getting tired of me. You will all get a break from me after today because I commit to Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I will be not here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'll be back next Tuesday. So you get a 5 or 6 day break from me. I think everybody will be the better for it.
Kenneth VD said, "Ha."
Ha. Oh, he said,
okay,
ha.
You know.
Oh. Okay,
I'm 39, not doing that.
Okay. His name is Kenneth VD.
Yep.
Dangfangle420 said, I'm on Twitch helping y'all.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dank.
I made, through Sarah's suggestion, because Monday night I was alone and the Twitch chat was like totally going off and I got invaded by bots. So she said that DankMFAngel420 offered to be a mod, so I made him a mod. So he's a mod over on Twitch taking control.
I can see he's got that Twitch mod.
We've had a couple of wild nights on Twitch. The first night we were huge. You said that there were people that were like threatening to SWAT my house.
That was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It was like they were posting this like fake link that they wanted you to click.
Yeah.
So that when you clicked it, if it was on the live, like on the screen, it was going to show some really crazy stuff that would get you banned. So they were trying. They call it. I'm not going to say the word, corn bombing.
Okay.
That's a thing that people do to try to get streams taken down.
Oh, well, that's not nice.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I added 3 layers of protection to Twitch, or 2, no, 3. Now, if you want to comment in the Twitch chat, you have to have a verified email, verified phone number, which is what most people do, unless you're a bot or something. Mm-hmm. And then also, you just click one button, and it said not allow hyperlinks. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want hyperlinks in there, so I click that as well. So,
yeah, I mean, in that case, we did not want them.
No, well, that guy, that whole night was kind of freaking me out because I was on the go with my on the go camera, and I was walking around the house, and you said that they were getting my geolocation.
Well, they were totally like, oh yeah, we're scanning your house, and we're gonna figure out, it was like a total troll brigade happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it kind of freaked me out because I was like, we never have to deal with this. But
Yeah.
you know what's crazy is
Well-
like if you're like a big streamer, that's just like every night, all of the time, your entire life. It's just people telling you they're gonna do things to you and threatening you.
Well, that's if you're an a-hole streamer or a political streamer. We were Brooks and I were at dinner on Sunday night after the show trying to figure out like what do the biggest streamers do? How do we bring in a big audience? And like most of the big ones are political because everybody loves arguing about politics. And I'm like, you couldn't give me enough money to do a political stream if I was going to decide to take. Thank you for the follow over there on Twitch. If you wanted me to take one side or the other, automatically half the country hates you because it's literally split right down the middle at this point. And I don't want half the country hating me. I like when I go to my chat, people are like, you're inspiring. I'm like, good, there. I've done something useful with my life as opposed to making people mad at me.
It's also like a thing. It's like, what if you say something at one point that you really disagree with at another point,
Well,
right?
that
And then
too.
people can always hold that
back,
against you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like with our boy Hassan, he used to say some pretty crazy stuff. He had like a bro podcast back in the day where he said some pretty crazy stuff about women, and it will always be held against him.
Yeah, it's
because
just there.
it proves also that he's a grifter that has no actual
Well, right.
beliefs.
Taking the hot topic of the day.
Yeah, just trying to do whatever he can to make some money, and nothing he says he believes is real.
No.
So
Yeah, and it's literally you pick one side, you're just gonna have half the country mad at you because I don't know why I know this, but before the year 2000, if you go back and study the history of all the elections from the inception of the country to the year 2000, the winner usually won by about 8.6%. It could be as high as 12%, which would have been what, the FDR election, or it could have been like a nail biter, like when JFK won. But generally, it was about 8.6%. Ever since the year 2000, which I don't think coincidentally coincides with social media coming out there, the margin of victory for the political elections from then to now has been about 2.8%. And I feel like something out there is controlling the narrative, making sure that half the people are on one side and half the people are on the other side.
yeah,
And you couldn't, like I said, you couldn't pay me to take a side and start fighting with someone else. People that I've seen like lose familiar relations, arguing with their friends.
yeah, it's brutal. It's I actually hate how it is now. How it separates people and pits people against each other, and it's so stupid. It's just like the minute that you pull yourself away from it, you realize how stupid it really is.
Like why did I just had a friend get divorced. He went one side, his wife went the other side. They couldn't. Lost his marriage over it.
It's like, dude, just like stop caring about it. I'm sorry. Like I'm so about like it shouldn't get in your way of relationships with other people.
Absolutely not. Especially people that you like, hey, we got along good for the 30 years before this, but all of a sudden now I'm really political.
Yeah, it's so stupid, man.
So maybe to boost our popularity, I did get a gift today. Don't spoil it, Brooks, but someone sent me something that I think I might need a little training on it. Do you think I can do it myself? Or maybe a little bit of help?
Wait, what are you talking
Someone
about?
sent me something that I can cook with myself.
Oh,
The
machine?
I was gonna say, don't say what it is. Do you think I could use that on my own?
I don't know, man. The buttons I don't think they're really like.
Oh, tactile.
Yeah, they're not tactile.
All right. Well, we'll do it. I think it'll be fun. I think we'll do a cooking with Pete segment maybe next Wednesday if we get all the ingredients. But someone sent me something for part of an unboxing, rather massive, expensive thing that I am going to. I guess you can call it cooking. I'll be preparing foods or beverages or something. I think it should be pretty fun. I think we'll try and do that. We'll
That
try
should be fun.
try and do that next week.
$2 lets you send messages.
That's true. Is this you explaining that?
Wait.
At Braxmax
Someone-
said it is 9:20 where I live.
9:20. What time is it now? 6:20. So it's just on the east
Yeah,
At
coast.
Johnny
it's
BC
six-
said
yeah.
there are people who have unmovable political opinions.
Yes, that is
Most
true.
people do.
I know. Now I've opened the damn. I didn't mean to open the floodgates to political
It's
talk.
all right.
I'm
you
sorry.
know what's crazy, Pete? Is tonight we have as many viewers on Twitch as we do on the short. Did you ever think that we would have that?
No, that is bizarre. The short speed, literally ever since I reincorporated it last week, was giving us like 6,000 to 7,000 people total, and now we've got 7 over there. All right,
I don't think the short is like a dependable
yeah?
thing.
What's a keyword? What's a key phrase that I can say that will make Mr. Beast
Looks maxing.
Looks give away money. Gotta throw out some of the key phrases that the
Yes.
the algorithm will start to like. God, I still have not completely shaken this cold I had.
Oh man.
It's been almost 3 weeks, and I'm still not 100% to voice. Do you think we can do some check Pete's voicemail?
Yeah.
We got a handful of those. I will hit the right button, hopefully.
Now it's time to check Pete's voicemail on the Blind Surfer Show.
So that is, hold on, let me make sure I press all the right buttons here. I do this one and then this one. Yeah, the phone number that someone is calling right now, even though it's not up on the screen, because we're not taking phone calls just yet. But in the off hours, if you call 760-517-6844, you'll go directly to my voicemail. Then I've got a friend who goes through it and screens it, and we take some of the best calls, questions. Brooks has been trying to get me to promote people calling up looking for what kind of life advice or specifically relationship advice?
Yeah, dating advice, relationship advice. I think it's always fun.
I mean, if you want to get dating advice, you want to get it from a blind guy who somehow managed to land a hot blonde chick. So
True. I got to read this comment. The Vato102 on Twitch says, all you got to do is say you'll wear a maid uniform and people will join.
like a French maid's cleaning uniform. All right, I guess. I'm wearing a shirt tonight that I thought I was going to retire. I'm wearing the Voice University shirt. Someone asked me last night, how do you get into voice acting? I'm like, well, the whole thing is over at voiceuniversity.com. And I woke up this morning and he'd actually subscribed. I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is the Ask Me Anything stream. So if anybody has a good question or anything, Brooks, you can just interrupt me and ask it. But we'll do some of Check Pete's voicemail, the best messages of the past few days, according to my friend.
Hey, I have some deaf family, and there's a thing with cochlear implants and how so many people do not want to get them because there's such a...
He said cochlear implant? I believe it's cochlear?
Yeah, it's cochlear.
Okay, he's just trying to sneak in a dirty word.
Yeah.
deaf culture. There's, it's a whole nother language. Is there anything like that for blind people? Like I know you said in the past you would trade anything for your sight back, but... Is there a blind culture? Is there any blind cultural things like, I don't know, different types of canes that you use or whatever, whatnot?
The whole thing, and I've heard that about the deaf community, that they there's a lot of deaf people that won't get the cochlear implants because they like their own community. And I've said recently in the past week or so that I think anybody who is blind, that it's not a thing, so don't get it confused. If there's a way to get your eyesight back and you didn't take it, I feel like those people are crazy. I just don't feel like if you got your eyesight back or you got your hearing back, you could still do the sign language. If you're a deaf person, you can still hang out with those people and have your own language and have your own community. But then you're getting your superpower back, whether you're restoring deafness or blindness. I had a woman send me this in passion. I used the phrase, Brooks, and tell me if this is insensitive. I said, if you're blind, you are running the risk of living a small life because it's just harder. You can only run in it limits the amount of things you can do.
It's a hugely limiting.
I didn't think that was a highly controversial thing to say, but the way I said it makes you live a small life. I'm going to stand by that because I feel like if I had my eyesight, I feel like the world would just be open to me. I could get in the car. I could go anywhere I want to do anything I want to not need to have to. I love surfing with you. I love surfing with Nisha and Brooks, but I also would love the opportunity to throw a surfboard in the back of my car and go down by myself, which I can't do.
Dude, I meant to tell you, yesterday I was driving down near my other job down in San Diego, and I saw a blind guy with a cane crossing the street, and it was down in San Diego, super busy area, super gnarly, and he was walking super slow and just you could tell he's trying to feel the curb with his cane, and it just reminded me, I'm like, man, this is what it's like for a normal blind person that maybe doesn't have a partner or someone to lead them around. He was just standing in the road, and I almost felt like I should pull over and help this guy, but that's what he probably does every day. But it's man, it takes him probably 30 minutes to walk a couple blocks.
Yeah,
you know?
because it's tech. Because every step, you could be taking the wrong step. You could be stepping from a car. You could step around a crack. You could walk
Yeah.
into a pole. You know, I spent my whole life getting ready to be blind. You know, I worked very hard. I tried to book as many jobs as I could because I knew it would take money. Honestly, and that's like the evil catch-22 of being blind. Like it takes money to be blind,
Yeah.
but it's hard to make money when you're blind.
It's brutal. It's a brutal life. I mean, I feel like you're one of the only blind people maybe in the world that's like super successful, right? I mean,
I
how
don't
many
wanna
others are there?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other people, especially with the advent of text-to-speech, people taking advantage of technology.
Yeah.
But so I don't want to say I'm like the only one, but I haven't met a lot.
Yeah, I'm saying like, and I don't know of one, you know?
It's because it's difficult, because it makes your life hard. So when I
Yeah.
hear anybody out there, this woman that just sent me this long message on Facebook Messenger, she's like, I love my community. I love my life the way it is. I'm like, you might, but why are you afraid, or what's wrong with a little bit of change? Like I've changed careers. I changed locations. I've changed sports. I changed girlfriends. Like
Yeah.
change can be good. And the fact that like, if someone came along and said, could you have your eyesight back? I can't imagine the mindset of a person being like, nah, I'm good this way. Like to me, I feel like I'm just going to be so goddamn insulting, but I feel like that person is comfortable with a smaller life, or maybe someone taking care of them, or maybe not having too much responsibility. Like, I feel like it would be relatively easy for me to, at this point, just go, all right, everything I do is just effing hard and I'm tired. Now I just need people to like do stuff for me.
Yeah.
Because they would.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm just working so hard to contribute and be a big contributor but it's hard. I don't know. I guess I could do a whole nother hour on that one. But that was one question. Check Pete's voicemail. See what else we got.
Hey there. I have a deeper, kind of morbid question
Great.
for you today.
Deeper and morbid.
It's based off my time working with people at the end of their lives, and I get to hear a lot of what they're proud of, but mostly what they regretted. And so I'm going to pass that question along to you. If you were at the end of your life and you were looking back on it, what do you think you would be the proudest of? And what do you think you would actually regret the most? Thank you so much, and have a great show.
I think I got a weird answer to that, but I think they're the same thing. I think what I'm most proud of might be the thing I regret the most. Interestingly, I think I'm most proud of the creative body of work that I've created so far, whether it's my voice acting or the novels that I've written, anything creative I put out there, including all the videos that I've put out in social media. I think the proudest, if you're asking like my pride level, I think the videos that have helped me inspire people, motivate people, help them realize that they can do more than they thought they could ahead of time. I think I'm most proud of that stuff, but I also feel like that kind of leads me to my biggest regret, in that I've spent so much of my life putting out creative works and working, being in this office or that booth or any other number of studios.
Live streaming, YouTube Studio, Mozilla Firefox, one running window.
What is happening there? Oh, I think that computer just started talking out loud. Mm-hmm. I think that I've spent so much time being in studios that I haven't spent as much time with my loved ones as I otherwise could have if I wasn't so dedicated to my work.
Is that really that much of a regret, though?
I mean, maybe at the end of my life. Let's see.
At SarahCam7808 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Swinging by to drop a Super Chat and to say hi to my loves in the chat.
What up, Sarah?
Thanks, Sarah. That was Sarah's question that I'm answering right now. Yep. Yeah, I mean, is it a regret that I haven't? I mean, I haven't. My work life is so hectic and so crazy. I haven't been back to the East Coast where my parents live for 10 years. I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, you do work a lot. I mean, you work a lot, even compared to people who work a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
so I could see where you're coming from.
And I get a lot of people like, I work, 60 hours a week in a coal mine. You're sitting in your office, and I'm like, yeah, no, I get that. So I don't like comparing jobs in that way, but just the sheer number of, she's got me thinking, like, what would I regret? Maybe at the end, maybe I could have taken a vacation.
If there was something that you would regret.
If maybe I could have taken a vacation. Maybe I could have taken a little more time, but that is not how I set my life up. Would you have any regrets at the end of your life there, Brooks?
I think maybe somewhat similar, that maybe I could have reached out to people more or spent more time with with people that I care about. But it's like sometimes I get in that mindset where I'm like, I need to reach out to this person more, right? And I need to be more social, and I need to like make more of an effort. But you kind of just go with what you feel like doing, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I rest at. It's like a lot of times I just feel like being alone. I'm a kind of a solitary guy.
I've become
I'm a
that
little
way.
bit of a workaholic like you, not maybe as much, but I love hanging out with my friends, love hanging out with you and some of my other friends, but I also enjoy my alone time. So, and maybe that's what I would regret, but also I don't really regret it because I just did what I wanted to do.
That's true. Yeah, with Banana being away, like I had just as much social interaction as I wanted. I did all my lives. I got to talk to people that way. You came over and hung out one day. The rest of the time, I was like, I'm going to sit here and pet Steve and listen to an audiobook.
Yeah, and I mean that's great. It's like, would you want to do that all the time?
No,
because you
no.
get lonely. But
Yeah.
like once in a while, it's very nice.
Yeah, and anybody who doesn't know, Steve's a dog. Steve's my dog.
Yes, not a man. He's a man dog.
Man dog. Let's see what else we got.
Pete, this is Samuel from Texas. I couldn't sleep last night thinking about this. Okay, you know
Same.
Brittany and Abby Hensel, they're famous conjoined twins, and they have one reproductive system between the two of them. Now, if they have children, who counts as the mother? Who's on the birth certificate? Because they both went through all that. Number two, do they have two driver's licenses or just one? And
That's a good
if they
question.
get pulled over for speeding, do they get two tickets or just one and they get to split the cost?
Huh.
Pete, I don't know if you can answer this, but I need answers,
He sounds
please.
bothered. Jeez.
He's really got
Yeah.
concerned.
Why does he think I know the answer to this? Which one is the mother? I feel like they're two individual people that are each have free will and different names. I feel like they would probably no one could say the two of you have to have your name on the birth certificate. You can't force them. They're free people living in America. I think that one of them would decide, I'm going to be the mom. I bet they both have a driver's license. Yeah, because they'd both have to pass the cognitive test. They'd each have to have a driver's license.
I have a feeling they don't drive.
Probably. You're probably right about that. And if they were to get pulled over, I think they'd only get one ticket.
I mean, technically, they probably would be a better driver than everyone else, right? Because there's
Two heads.
they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, watch out, there's someone coming from that way.
That's a good point.
They probably would be the best driver ever, actually.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. But I don't know all the stories. I've heard stories, I think everybody has in social media about them. Like I think one of them just got married. Let's see what this is. Thank you for the super chat.
At Kenneth_V_D tipped $4.99 through super chat. Hello, Pete. I tried to call 2 weeks ago. I left a message. I am 39. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with Usher syndrome. I'm currently trying to.
Oh, see, you can only, did the rest of it make it?
No.
You can only,
Really trying to.
yeah, you can only put the rest of it in the regular chat, Kenneth VD. The super chats, as well as the bits on Twitch, only allow you so many characters. And maybe it doesn't warn you about that or something. But yeah, you can't do like a page in a book. I don't know what the character limit is, but it apparently ends after the word toe. I'm sorry that we didn't get to that message a couple weeks ago, or maybe we did. You didn't catch it. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, those two girls, like one of them got married and one of them was having a marital night with her husband. And the other one, I don't know what the other one
doing
did.
what? Yeah.
Reading a book, watching John Wick.
Brutal, dude.
That's
so brutal.
That's another interesting topic.
I mean, I got no comment.
Okay, we get
I'm
that.
gonna stop it right there.
So hopefully I answered at least some. Hopefully you got to sleep last night, Samuel. Hopefully you answered those questions. I don't know why that would keep you up all night. Let's see if we got a couple more of these.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
So I've been doing this since I was a young child, since I was in elementary school, and I know it's bad for your eyes.
Okay.
But every once in a while, so if you close your eyes and you press your thumbs into your eyes for about 15, 20 seconds, you'll see all these sparkles and stars and colors and different like sparkly things and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you still able to do that? Give me a call back or shoot me a text or something.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. Have a great day, dude.
Yeah, let's
Bye.
give him a call, shoot him a text.
Hey, let him know.
Just this is the phone line that you call when you want to have a personal conversation with me.
by the way, I just feel like doing that is like probably really bad for you. Like that thing that he's experiencing is probably not good.
You know, I because I can still detect light as long as my eyelids are open, as long as it's not like totally dark, I can sense that there's some light. And every once in a while, like in the evening when I shower, I get in the shower and I kind of like and then I do that, like I push in my eyes, and then all my light sensitivity goes away. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I kind of like freak out. I'm like, come back, come back, come back, and then it generally does. I do see the sparkles, but mine are constant. I don't have to push on my eyes. I am constantly throughout the day seeing iridescent blue. They call them floaters.
Right.
Do you
floaters.
do you ever? I always thought it was a more common thing because I've been experiencing them since I was 8, and I didn't know it was associated with my eyesight disease. Do you see floaters ever?
If I like rub my eyes
Yeah.
a lot, like yeah, but the only other like instance I know of people having them are people that did too many psychedelic mushrooms. That's like a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What color are if it happens to you, if you rub your eyes, what color are the sparklies?
They kind of change. It's like a sparkle, so it'll go from like red to yellow to orange. It's kind of like it changes color. But it's very like it goes away in a second. What sometimes happens to me, and I know this is like an actual thing, is sometimes if I wake up and I'm tired or whatever, and I go surfing or something very early in the morning, and I haven't really gotten time to wake up, I have like a spot in the middle of my eye that will kind of pulsate.
Ooh.
That's like it'll be like a couple different colors.
Yeah.
But apparently that's a thing. It's something that happens to a lot of people.
Okay.
But it'll go away after like 15, 20 minutes or whatever. So
Mine are just these blobby amorphous blue things. However, I'd say in the last year, I got a freaky. So the color that I see is blue. Like I'm seeing one right now. It just started down here. It went up. It usually ends up kind of like looking like a pair of lips, and then it goes together and disappears.
At Kenneth_V_D tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. Ambutech, White Canes. Do you have a preference?
Oh.
Currently, I'm using Ambutech with a marshmallow top and the no jab feature.
what's Ambutech?
Ambutech is the company. It's a Canadian company that makes blind guy canes or mobility canes. Someone did run this message by me, and I don't remember if I answered it or not. I use the same thing. I use a no jab cane from Ambutech with the marshmallow tip. That is the one that I use almost exclusively. I like the no jab. It's a cane. You see me use bricks, but it has a shock absorber built into it.
Yeah, okay.
So with the one that doesn't have a shock absorber, when you hit something, it like smacks you in the stomach.
Yeah.
So that one, it kind of like squishes together and then goes over the object. That one is the one that I use basically all the time. I also have like I have the all-terrain cane, but I've broken 3 of them, so I can't really get behind that company. It's supposed to be an indestructible titanium cane. I've literally broken 3 of them, so it's not that indestructible. But yeah, I mean, whatever you're comfortable with. I think that's why maybe I didn't answer that one, because it's really up to personal. I mean, you're stuck with no or limited eyesight, and they give you a stick. Yay, I've got a stick. So whatever stick you're most comfortable with, I guess you use that one. Oh, I'm seeing more floaters right now. For some reason lately, they always look like a pair of lips that are separated, and they move around, and then they go together, and they kind of like, it's like a black hole. They go into the hole, and like this accretion disk kind of, and then they disappear. But in the last year, I've been seeing a very geographical pattern. Thank you for the follow. Of the floaters in my eyes, and it's dots, and it's very hard to count, but I think it's like 20 by 20, like 20 dots and 20 dots in a square, and it's a perfect geographical pattern. I'm like, how is that happening? Like they say that you don't see perfect geographical images in nature, and I feel like I am of nature, like I'm a person. So why is my brain or eye or optic nerve generating this perfect square of blue iridescent dots? It kind of freaks me out.
That is weird.
I keep feeling like I live in the Matrix.
I mean, we do, man, according to Andrew Tate.
Yeah, and a few others. I just don't feel like it's sometimes when I see that thing, I'm like, I feel like I'm seeing the code. Is this the code?
Maybe you're the only one who knows, man.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We got one more here, I think.
Hey, Pete, I just wanted to drop a line and say I love your content.
Thank
and
you.
Much love, man. I'd love to learn more about how it is to be blind and how struggles were as a younger kid with everything that you went through, possibly. Have a good day.
I mean, I feel like I've covered that a lot. Being blind, like losing my eyesight and being in a regular school where literally no one else had any problems whatsoever. Like, what kids are mean. Like, what do you think happened? I got picked on.
Yeah,
I got
especially middle school kids are
yeah,
bad.
the middle kids are the wire. The middle school, middle school was so, like in elementary school, it was I only had 18 kids in my elementary school classes. And like they were witnessing it happen. Like I had perfectly fine eyesight in kindergarten, first grade, second grade. And then third grade, we started to notice it was crappy. And so they were like aware of it. Then I showed up in middle school at seventh grade. Mine was junior high school, 7th and 8th. And I just showed up and there was like all these other kids from all these other schools. And they're like, blind kid. And they just immediately, it's kind of crazy to think that that's like the reaction of children, like someone different, they pick on them. I remember I've told this story too many times probably, but I literally, I would get in fights with people that were making fun of my eyesight. I used to stand up for myself and I lost some fights. I won some fights. And I remember by like the end of 7th grade, I remember this specifically. I was at a school dance and this one kid, I guess I don't need to say his name. One kid came over and made some joke, how many fingers am I holding up or something like that. And it was like the end of the year and basically everybody had stopped picking on me. I just shook my head. I'm like, aren't you over this yet?
At Kenneth_V_D tipped $4.99 through Super Chat.
Ask this question.
For one type of cane over another for different type of terrain? I go into the petting farm gravel road or smooth sidewalk I'm trying to learn.
I would generally just go with the no jab cane with the marshmallow tip. There's an what the hell is it called? There's a rolling, I forget the name of it. There's a ball tip. I mean, I've tried them all, and I'll tell you for the most universal use, I would say go with the no jab cane and a marshmallow tip. That can be your all day, every day. I mean, I use that when we're hiking. I use that one anywhere and everywhere. And feel free to email me blindsurfershow@yahoo.com if you have more questions. But I don't have the names of all the other ones because I've tried them all. I've literally tried all the canes and I just use that one. Either that one or the lightsaber cane, which everybody likes.
I love that one.
Everybody loves the lightsaber cane.
The audience favorite.
Yeah. What the heck was I talking about before that? The last question. Getting picked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the kid in high school, or 7th grade, and I just kind of like shook my head. I'm like, "Are you tired? Are you over making fun of me? It's like been like 8 months. I'm like, just get over it at this point." He was literally the last guy, and ironically, the guy that made fun of me the most, the guy that picked on me the most, and I've told this story, but not everybody's probably heard it. I was doing metal class with him. Did you have shop metal class in?
Yeah, we did.
We were soldering together a crystal diode radio. Did you have to make one of those in school?
No.
You could make a radio by wrapping a coil around a tube, putting a crystal diode, and adding cheap headphones to it. You could tune into AM frequencies. And so I was trying to solder that thing together, and I've always been in the habit of not, even when I had some eyesight, I never really used to look at things. It didn't do me that much good. So I'd put the soldering iron down, and then I'd do some stuff, and then I'd grab the soldering iron, I'd solder, and then I'd put it down. In between me putting it down and reaching for it again, he flipped the soldering iron around in the holder. So when I went to reach for it, I grabbed the hot soldering. Yeah.
What a freaking
like
villain, dude.
Beyond like that's not a funny prank. That's not like pulling the seat out from behind or knocking the books out.
That's
like
gnarly.
I grabbed something that was hot enough to melt metal, and I grabbed it. And I don't know if you've ever been burned before, but you don't know it right away.
Oh yeah.
You don't. It's so you're like, huh? And then it sinks in. By the time I realized, I pulled the soldering iron out of my hand, and it took skin from the inside of my palm and the first digit. It took it out, and I remember looking at my hand, and I thought that there was like bubble gum in my hand. Yeah, I didn't know what I was looking at. I'm like,
really bad.
yeah, I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, why is there bubble gum in my hand? And I tried to, I remember this all very vividly. I tried to pull the bubble gum off my hand. I wasn't comprehending what was happening. And I reached for it and grabbed it, burned this hand, and realized that I was pulling my skin off.
Oh.
Yeah. So I stopped that pretty quickly.
What a psychotic kid.
Yeah,
dude.
and
that's so crazy.
And this is the best part. He said he didn't do it.
Oh my god.
And there were no cameras in my school.
Do you know anything about this guy? Like,
I do.
How his life turned out?
I do. I was going to say, so this is the guy who picked on me the longest. He did the meanest thing to me anybody's ever done. Made me melt my hand together. oddly, when I started doing social media and I was posting on Instagram, he was on Instagram, he would like every one of my posts within a minute of me putting it up there.
That's how bullies always end up. They always end up trying to be your friend later in life.
He never reached out. He never sent me a message, but he was like liking everything. I'm like, what? And I wanted to make sure it was the same guy. And I had a friend like check the prep, and he's like, yeah, that's him. That's the guy.
I guarantee you, in his mind, he doesn't even view himself as someone who bullied you.
You don't think
he
so?
Probably was like, we were friends.
Oh God.
You know?
No, so, and it was literally, his word against mine. We were, everybody's paying attention to their own project. And by the time I'm like yelling, no one was watching me. And he just said, I didn't do that. He's like, Pete obviously put it down upside down. He put it back upside down.
Jeez.
And like, I don't know if my principal was like, well, he was blind. He could have done that. Or there was just no proof either way, but he got in zero trouble, no trouble. I went to the nurse. They ended up calling a paramedic from the police department who had some like burn cream or something like that. He came to the school and he wrapped my hand, and I wore a bandage for quite some time. And he didn't get detention, didn't miss a day of school, never got in trouble. He just said that I must have done it by myself.
Wow, very bully.
Yeah,
very bully tactics.
So that's what it was like growing up, losing your eyesight, having jerks pick on you.
Yeah, well, you can get bullied for a lot of different things, but being bullied for being blind is particularly cruel.
I do wonder if that's like when I was in elementary and junior high school, it was the 80s. I think I got to high school by 90. And I wonder if these days, I feel like kids have a lot more exposure to everything. Like,
yeah,
no one knew of a disabled kid when they met me. Like, you're disabled, that's screwed up.
Well, I think bullying is looked down upon even by the kids themselves.
Really?
More so. I mean, yeah, like, I think that, I'm sure it still exists and still happens, right? But like the kids now are way more open-minded as far as I understand.
They wouldn't be making fun of the blind kid.
Ooh.
At LBK5704 tip $20 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I left a voicemail, but I wanted to ask this question. What would you recommend to use the Meta Vanguard Oakley sunglasses or the Chachi PT Plus with live video in order to understand what's going on around you?
I think that might be Samuel.
What's the Chachi?
He's trying to write ChatGPT.
Oh.
It depends. I didn't. I'm good at understanding text to speech.
Yeah.
That was another one. I didn't want it to turn into like the product review channel, but ChatGPT is way more effective. You've seen me demonstrate this, Brooks. ChatGPT does a way better job of describing what's around you. However, it's a $20 a month charge. You have to be a member of the Pro thing, and you have to go to your phone, you have to open the app, you have to enable voice, then you have to enable live streaming, and it can take a little bit of time, and it's not really optimized for that. So if you quickly just want to throw on a pair of Oakley Meta Vanguards or Oakley Ray-Ban sunglasses and just enable live AI and ask it what you're looking at, it won't do as good of a job. It actually does a pretty piss poor job a lot of the times. You have to ask it a million times to get it right. But it's very fast and it's wearable and you're hands free. So it's kind of crappy that at this point in technology you have to choose convenience or accuracy. So that's kind of what you got to choose. Like ChatGPT is more accurate, but the wearable sunglasses are a lot more convenient. And you unfortunately got to pick, or wait a year or two, and maybe the technology will get better.
I think.
I feel like Meta's problem is their. And it's a wonder no one ever sponsors me or why I don't do well on some platforms. But I feel like a part of their problem is their what's a more polite way to say woke attitude? I don't know. Their political safeness, political
Not so
correctness
much anymore, but yeah.
Well, because you asked the glasses to describe. Like if I was wearing my glasses and I was asking them to describe you to me.
Yeah, they can't.
It just says it's like I'm not allowed to. Yeah, I'm not allowed to describe physical characteristics, but I can tell you that someone is sitting next to you now, and I'm like, what do you mean you can't describe their characteristics?
They can't describe anything.
Yeah.
At Kenneth_V_D tipped $4.99 through Super Chat.
What up, Kenneth?
Pete, I learned how to use Super Chat on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Thumbs up emoji.
Thank
Full face
you.
emoji.
Man,
Just wanted to give back chat.
Heck yeah.
I appreciate that. You just dropped about 25% of the cost of the no jab cane in the chat, so I appreciate that. It's very,
Sick.
the no jab cane, I get the carbon fiber one, so I have a high end cane. I kind of always wanted to get a custom cane, like kind of like a pimp daddy cane,
Yeah.
like maybe like a silver or gold or something like that. Just like, and I wanted to get like a one that you pressed a button and like and it shot out. Like I always thought it'd be super cool to get like this pimped out cane. But if you have something that looks and it doesn't look like a blind guy cane, it kind of defeats the purpose.
You need to have one with like a blade on the end of it.
That would be cool. I mean, if I was gonna be an action hero, that would be my weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Does Daredevil, does Matt Murdock, is his cane a weapon? I don't even know. I don't think it is.
I've never even seen the movie.
You've never seen any of the Daredevil movies or a TV show or anything?
Never.
I don't think he uses his cane as a weapon. That, in fairness to the all-terrain cane, they told me it was indestructible, and they told me it was a titanium indestructible cane. And what is the name of the video? There's a video, it's like, I broke my weapon or something like that. So I tried to use it to attack a trash barrel because they told me it was indestructible. And I was going to be like a crime-fighting blind guy. So I used the cane, I whacked a trash barrel with it, and I broke the thing in 3 places. I was like, uh-oh. And it was like a $140 cane. I keep losing my train of thought because of all the kind people in the super chat. There must be like a press this button for the predetermined amount because people are dropping like $4.99 or like $3.99 or something like that. But that is very cool, and hopefully I answered. I was talking about the Meta Vanguard versus the Oakley, I guess. Oh, and they're woke. I remember my train of thought. Yeah, the Facebook, the Meta, they just won't describe certain things to you. It won't tell you how you look. It won't tell you how anybody else looks.
We're all just amorphous blobs.
Yeah, like
pink on the inside.
I just like, what if I wanted, like, say I'm mildly lost and I'm in a crowd, right? And I'm wearing my Vanguard glasses, and I say, find the thin blonde girl wearing a blue top because maybe I know what Banana wore, right? It would say to me, I can't describe people to you. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help. I need you to describe these people to me. I could think of a bunch of circumstances where it refusing to describe people to you is bad. I remember once we just moved out here to the San Diego area, and we were down in the village shopping, and I had enough vision that I could kind of walk around on my own. At the time, this was about 10 years ago, and I lost Banana. I couldn't find her, and I walked into a shop. It's the shop down there that sells like crystals and CBD oils and stuff. And I walked in there. I'm like, have you seen a thin, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl? And the girl behind the counter, she goes, all day, every day.
Yeah, it's like, you're in Carlsbad.
Yeah, I was like, oh, crap, how am I going to find Banana?
Yeah.
How are we at on time? How are we doing in life?
6:54.
Oh, wow. I feel like that was a relatively quick hour. So Banana has decided not to join because she just got off the plane. Should we, did the numbers ever come up, or have we just been kind of steady and slow tonight?
I think YouTube Shorts just hates you now.
That's weird. Don't hate me, YouTube Shorts.
Twitch is doing fine.
I don't know if you saw the news, but you can apply to be a front page feature on Twitch. And I applied last month, and while I was doing the show by myself on Monday, I got the letter back, and they're just like, no.
Man.
I was like, oh, man.
I just want to know what happened that one time.
I know. Well, it was two. So
it was twice.
Yeah, one time was 40,000 people tuned in. And then the next time I went live by myself, there was 11,000 people, and I had no idea, because I can't see the numbers or anything.
Yeah.
So it was like 40,000 one week, 11,000 the next week, and then after that, it's been like 12 or whatever.
Hey, you know what? They're dedicated.
I love I don't know if you monitor the TikTok ever, but the TikTok generally serves me between 700 and 1,000 people a night, which is actually more on average than any other platform.
Fan 9762 said we don't
tonight?
hate you.
We could get to a couple calls in the last few minutes here.
420
There's
asked,
Dank
do
MF Angel.
call-ins?
Yeah, that good.
That's what I was asking.
Dank 420 just
Yay!
redeemed SENDHIGHLIGHTEDMESSAGE.
So what does that do when you redeem whatever the heck
Braxmed
that said?
you are my favorite.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Do you know what that means when they redeem points or whatever the heck it said? That was a Twitch thing, Brooks.
I have no idea.
I think it pins them to the top of the chat or something like that. But whatever it is, I appreciate it. Yeah, we can.
Siffish1 said, I think we are at Dankfangle 420.
Yeah. So if I press, let's see here, that button. Are we?
420 said, cool.
Dankmafangle.
Dankmafangle.
At Joni BC said, Twitch is another platform.
Yeah, it is.
It does exist.
Dankfangle 420 said it's free.
Dankmafangle.
Oh, it's free to do that? Okay, well, it's still cool to do. It probably just shows the algorithm gods that you're engaged in my chat. Did I press the right button? Are we still on top of you? I'm on top of you.
Yep.
And the phone number is up there?
Yep.
All right. So if anybody wants to call in, you guys are asking if we're going to take some phone calls. We can take a few. This person has literally been on hold for 25 minutes. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for following on YouTube. If you want to call in, we'll take a few calls before we get out of here for the night. 760. We'll also do. I'll take a call and then we'll do the catch a wave with Pete because people never see that at the start of the show. We'll do that real quick. But first, we'll go to a phone call. We'll see who's on the line right now. Who's this?
Hey, it's Josh. Good
Hey,
evening.
Josh. Oh man, you're on hold for a long time. What's going on?
Yeah, I was on. It's a great way to lock somebody in to watch the show and put them on hold.
Yeah,
Anyway.
get their retention time up.
Yeah. But anyway, I was wondering. You were talking about how busy your life is, and I was just wondering can you remember the last time you were bored?
No, I mean, no, because I always have a string of projects in my head that I want to get to. And so the moment I have free time, I'm usually jumping to that next project. I think I was kind of honestly this past Sunday when I was reading that massive amount of news plus the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs and everything else I normally do. This is going to sound weird. It was a Sunday and I was trying to relax, but I actually got bored with the amount of copy that I needed to read because I was just trying to have my own day and I couldn't. I was like, ugh, got to go back up into the studio again. But I generally feel like I've got at least three projects going on at any time that I can work on. Brooks and I met on Sunday. I've got a big project I'm going to announce in about maybe in a month or so, Brooks?
Yeah. Yeah,
in about a month or so, I got a big project that we've been working on Banana and I have been working on for about a year. Brooks is helping out. And that's been consuming a lot of my time. So I rarely find myself bored.
Yeah, I guess I can I can relate only in that I have that Braille skills puzzle project that I pursue that really eats up all my time, and I can't imagine. But it's by choice, and there's so many different avenues of interest or of discovery anyway that I have to learn about in order to immerse to immerse myself in the VI culture in order to be better at my job of doing the tactile puzzles. And I'm not trying to talk about the product or nothing like that. I'm just very curious about, I know that you made some time to put the puzzle together, and I'm grateful. I wanted to say thank you.
Banana's been out of town and I've been sick, and Nisha also went out of town. So I haven't had a lot of opportunity to try and refilm the puzzle. I will definitely try. I'm going to continue to try and get to it, but filming me putting a puzzle together, while it might be informative and cool and a nice way to plug a product, this Brooks, because we've tried a couple times with things like that, it's not really the most engaging video.
I'm sorry, but puzzles are boring to watch.
Yeah. So I'm having a hard time trying to figure out how to turn that one into a good video. But I'm gonna continue trying to work on it because I appreciate anybody that's trying to help out the VI community. You know what's funny is I always feel like the comments are, I'm like, I'm insulted by that comment. I'm insulted by that comment. He asked me like, do I get bored? And I think he knew I rarely do. I get comments and I assume it's kids. They're like, because you can't play video games, do you get bored? Like I get that question a lot.
Right.
And I'm like, that's
it
you.
makes sense for them.
Yeah, I'm like, you're projecting you onto me. Like you don't have anything else going on besides your video games. So do you get bored when you can't play them? I bet you do. But like, God, I'm the least bored person I could think of. And just because I lost my eyesight, I think they think I do the show, I do a short, and then someone puts me in like standby mode in the corner.
Right.
Just
you're
like,
just off.
Yes.
You're just deactivate.
Deactivate Pete.
Turn Pete on.
Pretty much.
You get plugged in. You have to recharge the next day.
I think that's what they think I
that's
do.
That's what's always so funny when we see people in person, and like it'll be like a kid, and he'll walk up and he'll be like, "Hi, Pete," and then you'll just be standing there, and they'll be standing there, and you guys are both standing in silence.
Right.
And it's like they expect you to like go into your shorts shtick, like
tell me a story.
Yeah, like oh, how do I wipe? You know, like that you just will turn on. You know,
I get like I don't. I've never had the opportunity or been in the position to approach a famous person or someone that I've.
yeah.
I mean, I've worked with some, and that's a working thing. But I feel like if I did, I'd have something to say. Like if I ran into Brad Pitt, I'd be like, "Hey, liked you in Troy." I don't know. I'd say
Right.
something. But you're right. The kid, and it's also disorienting for me because you tell me you're like a kid wants to say hi, and then they don't say hi.
Yeah, they just kind of stand there and look at you.
Yeah, and I'm like, are they there? Is someone actually saying
Yeah, well, the
something?
occasional one, they'll have something to say, but most of the time they're just like, oh, they just like don't know. They're so used to consuming
Yes.
you talking that they don't know they can interact.
Where's the play button? He's not
Right?
telling
Yeah,
me a
that's
story.
how it feels. They're like, why doesn't he do the thing?
Yeah, that's kind of
He's
funny.
not doing the thing.
We can do. We'll go over the waves that we. If you missed it at the beginning of the show.
Now it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
This catch a wave with Pete actually features catch a wave with Brooks as well. I think you get you're the second or third clip in this thing. I feel like I moved so many buttons around. Can you double check? Am I in the screen share up there?
Yeah.
All right, and you can narrate this if you want, Brooks.
All right.
There's Pete. And there's the dolphin.
The dolphins. All right. Going
Get it,
for a
Pete,
leg
get it.
drop. It's a big one.
Yikes, better get him.
Oh, yeah, that one was crazy.
Really?
That was a classic Pete under the lip take off.
The standing up under the lip.
Yes. A little left here, a little backside turn on the green thumb ski.
Cool.
Love that board. Looks like a fun day. All right, here's another one trying to get in. Oh, classic late drop. Holding onto the rail, and he makes it.
Did I stand up? Sometimes when
It was a very last minute.
Sometimes when I grab the rail, I can't get back up again. I'm like, oh,
You made that one.
stuck down here.
You get the Milo thing on you.
Yeah, that is. Banane's trying to yell at us about the dolphins right about now. She's like, "There's dolphins." I was like, "Trying to catch a wave."
Telling you. Paddle in. And yeah. Another wave up. That first one was really good. Maybe did you play this clip?
At LBK5704 tip $5 through Super
Really,
Chat.
yeah,
Hey
big
Pete,
flag.
thanks for answering that question. I've been wanting to get either or, but just wasn't sure.
Oh, someone did a super chat.
Let's see. LBK5704 for $5 says, hey Pete, thanks for answering that question. I've been wanting to get either or, but just wasn't sure.
All right, I believe that. Yeah, so he was asking about the ChatGPT subscription. I mean, ChatGPT, $20 a month is a little easier to get into than it is to buy the $500 Meta glasses.
Yeah.
But then again, once you buy the glasses, you've got them forever. My fear about that, I almost didn't buy the first generation Metas. My video today is about the Meta glasses, and the reason I was able to do an honest review and tell you why I thought they were so stupid is because I did buy them. They didn't send them to me. No one gave me anything for free. But my fear about buying the Gen 1 of anything is that the Gen 2 is going to be so much better. You're like, oh man,
It is, yeah, it's
You're
always
like,
better.
why did I waste so much money on the Gen
Especially
1
with the
thing?
AI stuff, it's like it just gets better all the time, and so yeah, to really buy a product that is married to one version of AI is
Yeah, it's because it's
very big commitment.
well, it's a physical product. Like buying
Yeah.
ChatGPT for $20 a month, it's going to keep getting better for your $20
That's great,
subscription.
yeah.
Yeah, but the Meta glasses that I've got, I mean, I guess the AI within the glasses will get better, but they're also going to need to do some adjustments to the camera. I think the battery size could be shrank down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see what that was. Oh, it's Josh who was just on. He said, rather than a video, would I be willing to write up a short letter of support? I mean, sure, I could totally do that and get behind that. The other problem with the puzzle is it's trying to teach you Braille, and I tell people all the time, I'm the worst straight up blind person. Like, I'm not very good with my cane. I don't know Braille. Like, if there was a blind Olympics, like be blind and be the best at being blind, my skills are setting myself up with a supportive environment. I'm like a wind up toy. Like, I've got a lot of skills, but I need to be put in that position. It's like, like put me on the surfboard, go. Put me in front of a microphone, go. Put me in front of a camera, go. But like all the stuff in between, like not that great at that stuff. So the puzzle is supposed to like teach you Braille, and I'll be honest, like I just suck at it. I guess I don't have sensitive fingers. It's from all the working out I do. I got
that makes sense.
I got all sorts of do you have your workout calluses yet?
No, because I don't go that hard.
Ah, see, I've had my whole life. I've had big fat calluses on my fingers. One time, I had a girlfriend that did not like the fact that my nails were all calloused. Hold on.
At Kenneth_V_D tipped $4.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Pete, you have the world's greatest states friend. I envy you. Cool face emoji.
World's greatest states friend?
Estates? I don't know what he meant by that.
Maybe he just meant the world's greatest friends, and I do. But
yeah, that is what he meant.
Yeah, but I pick my friends carefully and intentionally, and I surround myself with, after a long time of I've always had good friends, but I haven't picked the greatest. Whoa, that was louder than usual, but thank you for the follow. I feel like I've always had, I haven't always had the greatest relationships. I feel like a lot of guys. How many guys in their 20s can be like, I was in a healthy relationship? Like, what percentage? Do you think it's like 10%, 15%?
Well, it's like if they do, then they marry that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like most dudes, they go through a couple pretty bad ones.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I spent a long time picking girls for the wrong reason until I finally met Banana. I was just gonna say the calluses that I've had my whole life from lifting very heavy in the gym. I had a girlfriend that didn't like the calluses, so I started wearing powerlifting gloves, which are the fingerless gloves. And boy, did I get made fun of. You ever see a guy in the gym with the gloves on?
No.
Taking themselves way too seriously.
Yeah,
so
that's a joke.
I was trying to do it for a girl, which if you're trying to do it for a girl, you're generally going to get made fun of for it.
That's true.
What thing that would you do for a girl that guys would be like, yeah, man, that's awesome?
I think a lot of things that men do are for girls, but,
Clean up my eyebrows.
Yeah.
I've had girls be like, you need to straighten your eyebrows or have them trimmed up or plucked up.
Yeah, it's the way to put it now is like if you just look for the male or the female gaze, right?
At Kenneth_V_D tipped $4.99 through Super Chat.
Yo.
World's greatest best friend test.
World's greatest best friend test.
Yeah.
I have the world's greatest best friend test. I mean,
testosterone.
I don't disagree. I do have the world's greatest best friend test. I spend a couple minutes with someone and I decide whether or not I'm a quick judge of character, and I don't feel. Banana says that I'm very quick, but I don't. Especially for a guy, like how long does it take you to realize that you don't like a dude?
Pretty quick.
Like, I mean,
I will admittedly entertain a guy that I don't like longer than I probably should if there's something to gain from it. Like I'm shameless about that.
Okay.
Yeah, like if there's a dude that is like, oh, I could maybe I'll make them they'll pay me for something or like something like that, right?
Yeah,
I'm very good at just doing that, but being friends with people, I only have like 3 friends,
Yeah, I just and Bananas told me a bunch of times. She's like, you don't have a lot of guy friends. I'm like, I don't know. I can just tell pretty quick. I mean, maybe not like 2 minutes, but you spend a half an hour with someone, you're like, yeah, I can't do this guy.
Well, yeah, and it's like you're like me. It's like you value your own time, right? And so for you to hang out with another dude, it's like, is this worth me not being by myself to hang out with this other person, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty rare,
Yeah. So yeah, my best friend test is Banana makes me spend time with people, and I decide in a couple minutes whether or not I like them and I want to see them again.
Right.
Let's see if we got anything. We never picked up on vertical. I just want to see if there was anything in the chat at all. I did. Does anything happen in the chat?
Nope.
If I push this, I don't even know if I had my backup lady rolling tonight.
Message button. Skip to current message button.
Skip to current message.
Skip to repeat message.
Repeat message.
Angel 420 says I just got Sarah and Riri for friends and Brooks.
Yeah. Well, we're all friends here in the chat and on the live show together. And if you are ready to call it an evening, Brooks, I can end my marathon stretch of five days in a row. It was crazy.
That's crazy, dude. You really did it.
I learned a lesson.
Football fan 9762 asks, "Do you like listening to sports?"
Do I do like listening to sports.
At Rira 4978 said, "Guys compliment a girl on her handbag. Seriously, it works every time."
That's so lame. Nice bag. And does any girl think the guy really means that?
Right.
He basically means like, I like your butt or whatever part he actually likes.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually like your bag. The best sport to listen to, I will listen to like a whole baseball game. That's like something you can listen to in the background. I think it all depends on the play-by-play person, but I've been working in sports media basically my entire adult life. My first job was at a sports radio station, so I've been listening to sports on the radio or listening to sports on TV like my whole life. So definitely, yeah, we gave an AMA tonight. We didn't get a lot of questions, or we didn't. I just didn't have the chat lady up when they were coming in. But what do you say, Mr. Brooks?
Siffish one said, "Thanks at Dangfangle 420."
Let's see what we made tonight.
I feel like we made a lot. I feel like
pretty good. We get 6. That's 11.
11 super chats?
16.
Or
No, I'm
count up the
counting.
dollars.
21.
You like Scrooge McDuck over
41,
here, counting up the money.
Yeah, 46.
$1 million.
$50.
Woo! Thank you, everybody. I definitely appreciate
Thanks,
that.
guys.
So you know, when we talked about AI before, when AI comes along, like that guy so kindly said in the video, he's like, that's taking your job in a year. So, you know, when AI comes along and everybody decides to settle for a stupid robot voice as opposed to the smooth.
You can't replicate what we're doing here. AI can't replace the Pete Gustin live show.
That's what I was
Blind
thinking.
Surfer show.
Yeah, the lives, although I don't know, maybe at some point they will.
No.
There's two.
Wait, one more.
At L.T._Iron Fox tipped $5 through Super Chat.
What's up, LT?
Thanks, Pete. I just gained a sub and a new Twitch follower.
Nice.
I know it's someone in chat.
Hey,
this
that's pretty
community
cool.
so awesome.
This community
watching him hold his honker.
Pull out his big honker. I feel like there's a few things in life when I come across them, like, man, I wish I could see that. Part of me wants to see LT playing with his big honker. I don't know why.
Yeah, don't we all?
There are two, and I'll get you out on this, but there are two AI products that are on the market right now. One of them is if you have a loved one who is deceased, you provide a company. Have you heard of this? You provide a company with a fair amount of video of them, and they will reconstruct that person so that you can talk to them after they've died.
That's kind of morbid.
And you're not talking to them. You're talking to an AI.
I wouldn't want that.
I don't think if I lost someone that I loved, I was going to say if I lost someone that I loved, I would not. That would be very creepy. However, if you died, Brooks, I actually think I would like an AI Brooks co-host.
All right. Well, we'll work on that.
As long as you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I'll do that.
And another company just launched, I don't know the name of it, but they just launched an AI Jesus. You heard of this?
I have not.
Yeah, there's AI. You can talk to your Lord and Savior.
That's
through
I
AI.
actually want to know some things. I might ask him some questions.
From what I heard, the thing basically just quotes Bible phrases at you. So
I'll just be like, what was the deal with Mary Magdalene, man? what were you doing
Mom? Oh, no, Mary Magdalene. That was the
Yeah,
wrong one. Yeah.
Like, what was going on there, bro? Tell me what was really going on.
So, yeah, all the terrible uses for AI. But like Brooks said, there's only one me, there's only one you, there's only one banana who I think is lurking somewhere out there. So keep on coming back for it. I'll give you a break. I'll let everybody, let me fire off my out of here music.
Thanks for coming by, guys.
Yeah, thanks for all the super chats.
Appreciate the
Hopefully I
super
answered the
chats.
questions. If I didn't answer anything in particular and you had a question you're trying to get through, you can email me blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. Also, after the show ends, you can dial 760-517-6844 and leave a voicemail message. We'll try and answer that and check Pete's voicemail. Just give me a couple minutes after the show to set it back to voicemail mode. Until next week, any final thoughts, Brooks?
Love you guys.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.